Don't know why. When I'm doing an interview, I can wear both headphones. When I'm just talking to myself, I can't wear one. Oops. In my deficit side, it just doesn't work, which is so annoying. And injuries are really weird. I don't know if anybody will come. I didn't give that much notice, but I just thought I'd hop on. Sometimes I come and do lives to benefit all of you, and sometimes I do lives because it helps me. And today I've had a bit of an anxious day for no reason, really. And when you feel anxious, your mind creates more things to feel anxious about. Sorry. And so, yeah, um, I don't know. I've been feeling anxious, and just like when I can mood control all of you when I go live, doing live videos actually mood controls me as well. So I thought I would hop on and just see how everyone is doing and talk about some of this human stuff like anxiety. I will apologize in advance. For some reason, I have a new complication from the stroke. The stroke can affect or did affect my salivary glands as well as my ability, obviously, to feel and function on the right side. My kids were home. And I drool now. And now I am getting rashes on the sides of my mouth from that, which is super sexy. Sometimes our hormones make us anxious too if they're out of whack or fluctuating. No fun. That's very true. I'm not super hormonal anymore as I had a hysterectomy. So I am, I guess, blessed in that way. Um, Not that I don't have other struggles, I guess. But yeah, so I just wanted to hop on and chat with you. Are you feeling anxious? Is it like a worldwide thing or a local thing? Because sometimes I don't always know why I feel anxious. Sometimes I do know if there's a lot going on for me or my balance, like life balance is out of whack. But today, I had a day off, so I was just relaxing, enjoying like the nice snow. Um, and just kept coming up with things to worry about. Anxiety in myself. Oops. I've been well acquainted for most of my life. Yeah, isn't it fun? We are all good. Just relax yourself. Take deep breaths. Have some rest. Oh, thanks. It's always nice to see you live. Oh, watching you from Grenada, West Indies. Ooh, fancy. Hi, Debbie. Christine, I do feel anxious but have worries about family members' health. I hope you feel better soon. I'm feeling cabin fever. Yeah, we've had a lot of snow the last couple of days. And it's not that I don't have anything to feel anxious about. Unfortunately, my dad is back in the hospital. Um, he was struggling to breathe, and he had open heart surgery in December. And so he went to the hospital, and he was all swollen again with fluid around his heart and lungs. And so they were treating him for that. And as they were treating him, he tested positive for COVID. So he now has COVID, which my mom had like a week and a half ago. And unfortunately, I went and saw him yesterday and sat with him for about 3 hours and held his hand. And I was wearing a mask, but he is hard of hearing. And so when I would talk, I would pull the mask down. So I might be getting COVID, which would suck. I have a group tomorrow, so if I do, I hope it's not till after the group. I have definitely been feeling anxiety more too. I feel, yeah, it's not fun. I wake up anxious. It's been worse lately. It does fluctuate. Yeah. You're an inspiration. Being human is difficult for all. Oh, I know. Hey. No, why did it go off? I don't know. Uh, I also wake up anxious usually after I've been dreaming. Yeah, and when I'm feeling anxious, I actually have anxious dreams. So we are going on our very first vacation as a family, like the four of us, since 2017. That's the last vacation we went on. And we're going to Mexico in March for 12 nights. And already my mind is panicking about it because I I have a very too comfortable routine at home since the stroke, and I don't like staying other places. I don't like change, and it's not just, this isn't something that I necessarily can completely change because I am brain injured, and brain injuries, at least mine, comes with like some weird, peculiar things that I can't control. So it's not like, oh, I'm just going to talk myself through, um, my inability to adapt. I can't adapt. I am missing parts of my brain that can help me to adapt. And so already, even though I know it's going to be wonderful and my family's going to love it, already my brain is like, oh my God, a plane. Can I be on a plane? Am I going to have a stroke? What about all the planning? I don't know how to plan anymore. My brain can't plan and process anymore. And I'm always the one that plans everything. And now what do I? So it's just a whole lot of stuff. You've never seen me here before. I know, I'm starting to switch to do lives here. Many times I just can't get out of my head. Most distractions I find can be helpful. Yes, that's true. Praying for your dad to heal quickly, praying for you not to catch what he has. Yeah, me too. Oh, you guys are so nice. You might have anxiety because of what he's going through. Yeah, honestly, my ability to, again, adapt and cope is limited in a way. But I'm really good at talking to my husband and that sort of stuff. And I actually texted him today, I'm anxious. And then he's like, what's going on? Why are you anxious? And I'm like, I don't know. COVID, life, planning, just everything. And then he calls me and we have a chat. Looking forward to another group reading soon, maybe February. Yeah, maybe. I have a group tomorrow. It's full. And I just posted, I'm going to try and do the class I teach in February. We'll see if it takes off. Prayers for your dad and fingers crossed that you don't have COVID. Yes. My son actually had COVID last week and my mom the week before, and I managed to quarantine them and not get it. So hopefully I'm like magically immune from all the vitamins I take. I think you're doing great, better than I would be. You would never know until you live something, right? And everything always looks way better when you're not going through it, right? So I think any one of you would sort of power through if you were going through or had gone through my last 2 years. Take it one step at a time, maybe it will help with the anxiety. Yes. Right. So much everything happening at once. Yes. Do you know box breathing technique? I don't use that one, but I use what I call 4-7-8 breathing, and I did it before going live. I breathe in for 4, I hold it for 7, and I breathe out for 8. Yeah, so like I like to go live when I'm like really good and really happy, and when I'm struggling and annoying, annoyed. Annoyed or annoying? Not annoying. That's the wrong word. When I'm kind of off, I struggle a little bit more to speak. I think too, I've done 3 interviews in the last week, and after I think this is human, right? After I'm done them, I think, "Oh my gosh, like, did I say anything awful? Is there gonna be something that people will pick out?" One interview I did, when it came out, it was very edited, and they put in like a clip of that I'm one of the strongest empaths in the world, which is true and is, you know, I didn't think it was like a bragging thing because for me, it has been horrible most of my life. And that one thing, I think the video has like a million views, and people were so mean about that, thinking like, "Oh, she's a scammer because she has ego," and stuff like that. So every time I do interviews, I'm like until it comes out, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, did I say anything that people are gonna like glom on? And if they edit it, is there anything that's gonna be taken out of context or whatever?" So even that is definitely, and I did 3 in, I think, 7 days. I did 1 yesterday, 1 the day before, 1 last week. I'm doing another one next week. And so I'm like, "Ah, did I say anything that" I know in one of them I talked about religion, and I try not to do that, but when I do spiritual things like interviews, it's not really me talking, you know, I don't struggle to talk or anything like that, um, because it's my guides, and so I just say what they tell me to say because it's telepathic now, and so I just trust them and have faith in them in the moment, and then afterwards, my human self comes back in and goes, "Oh, shit. Was that bad? Is it gonna go awful? Are people gonna be mean to me?" So, yeah, lots to feel anxious about, right? Yes, 478 breathing, yeah. You're definitely not annoying. Annoyed, yes, you have every right. It's okay. I like your honesty, and if people don't like it, then that's okay too. What physical sensations do you get, if any, when you are anxious? Um, I'm more in my head person, but when I am struggling in any way, whether it's like anxiety, anger, anything, sadness, that sort of stuff, I actually get more pain on my right side because my ability to challenge the amount of pain, like I sort of trained my brain to tell myself it's not pain, it's numbness, or it's not pain, it's cold, stuff like that. So, like, I've kind of disagreed with my brain that the stroke side of my body hurts, and it takes a lot of energy to constantly do that. And so, when I am not like at like 90%, I lack or lose the ability to do that. Did that make sense? I think it did. And so I then feel the pain that I chronically have due to my body not being able to keep all of my joints tight and in place because I can't tighten my muscles. So I get actual like physical pain issues. I'm nervous to ask, but what do you or the guides think about the aliens in Miami? Not much because it's not totally clear what happened. I hope no one is mean to you, but not everyone has to like us, so who cares? That's true. Oh, so many people are mean. I try my hardest to not read the comments on all the YouTube videos that I'm on from other people's channels. But then again, we're suckers for punishment, and so when I'm not doing well, I'm like, oh, I already feel super crappy. Why don't I just go read them all? Aren't we really good to ourselves? I think I have had one of those telepathic moments last night. Oh, I love that. I Googled, and it sounds like you can download your Facebook videos soon after the stroke and put it on here. I'm not techie, so if I'm wrong, sorry. I heard that, but I have a MacBook that I have no idea how to use. I don't know why I got it. I got it years ago. I don't have an actual computer, and so I can't even go on YouTube or no. For some reason, yeah, I can't go on YouTube on my MacBook. I don't know why. It's really weird. Can the other side seem physical to us if we want it to? Yes. I made a YouTube. Aren't you at work, Mike? No, different time, right? Can your guides help with your pain? They can, but this is what I chose. And so you can't heal something if it's not meant to be healed. And so much of the deficits I did have were completely healed. But I'm estranged from all of my immediate family. How can I tell if any of the ones that have passed are with me now? They all would be. There's no such thing as estrangement or anger or anything once you get to the other side. Hi, you popped up on my feed just before Christmas and I was intrigued. I live mid-island and I share my maiden name with your husband. I am midway through your book. Amazing. Aw, that's so nice. This is off topic, but my husband's close friend ended his life. He is curious if they have a choice to come back to this world like a do-over. They have the exact same choices as any other soul. So, yes, they can, or they can do something else. They can stay there. There's no judgment. So, no matter how you die, there's no judgment, and there's no, you have to do this because you did this. You get to do whatever you want because we are masters of our own universe. Yeah, I like that. If you o- overstated the God power within, then with the tools, a person can heal themselves from any and every physical, mental issue. It can. It's been proven so many times. So you choose to live in pain or live healing. So yes, yes, my soul is choosing to still have deficits and human issues because I am human. You have to have things that keep you here. And chronic pain is one of the lessons that I'm learning. And it doesn't mean I'm in pain, horrible pain all the time. My shoulder always has some kind of pain. The rest of my right side I can't feel it, right? Well, I can't feel sensory wise. So, like it's not, it feels like Play-Doh kind of because I can't feel my skin, but I can feel underneath. So like if somebody touches me, I know, my pain receptors and nerves are all messed up. So it sometimes touch is very painful on that side. But yes, I am choosing to live a human life and have human issues so that I don't die. Because once we are done the learning completely, um, we go to the other side. And I have a 14-year-old and a 16-year-old, and I want to be here to see my grandchildren. So I choose to be human in all its glory and, not to rely on the other side to fix every issue that I come up against. It is such a difficult journey to choose, but yeah. Well, I think there's worse and better, different. Oh, I think somebody's gonna shovel. That's gonna be loud. I ran out of comments and questions. I do like what like with YouTube, I can see the full comment, whereas on Facebook, if your comment's long, I can't actually see it. How do you know if you have healing abilities? I think you just feel it. But also maybe some people can learn it, but you have to have really, really good boundaries because not everything is meant to be healed. And so it's not helpful to heal somebody if that was something they are supposed to be learning about, because then that learning is taken away. Michael, are the Detroit Lions going to win the Super Bowl? Mike, I'm not allowed to say. That's my husband, by the way. And he is obsessed with sports. Although this year he won his fantasy football. Is that an accomplishment? I think it is. For the second year in a row. You're doing remarkable. Oh, thanks. You may have answered this, but when is your next book coming out? I don't have a next book yet, so who knows? I want people to buy this one. I need to sell more to be able to have the money to make another one because it's expensive to make a book. Do thoughts manifest the desired intention instantly? Thanks. No, because sometimes something is not meant to be manifested in that moment. Back to back. And you have 2 more books to write. Yes, I do. I'm a Lions fan, and I really doubt it. In the future, will there be advances in health treatments for strokes? I think it's very low on the list. Um, but there are more treatments that have already come to fruition. They're not being used yet. Really? That's kind of cool. That's every mom's prayer to raise their kids and live to see grandkids. I am now a nana of 3 who I adore. I'm so fortunate. Yes, that is what I want. Have you heard about blue-ray star seeds? I sure have not. Winning the fantasy football is a huge accomplishment. Congratulations. Yes, he won 2 back to back. If you haven't purchased Amber's book, it's a must read. Oh, thank you. Hello. Can angels exist in human form, i.e., someone we know? No. Angels can exist in human form for a short period of time to change an outcome, so pull somebody from a car wreck or save someone, but they have not lived a human life. Yeah, I definitely try not to read the statistics because according to them, my 5-year survival rate after the type and size of strokes I had is like something like 24%, which is garbage. And I've already lived 2 years, so I'm not dying in another in another 3. Do you have any knowledge of other more evolved races living underground on Earth? Thanks. No, I do not. Do people go before their time, or is it always their time when they go? Both. So when we plan our lives, we plan a beginning and an end. And in that span of time, we plan anywhere from 2 to 10 exit points where we can, our soul, not our human self, can choose to go back to the other side for many, many different reasons. So sometimes it is your end, but like the stroke, if I had chosen to die then, that was an exit point. How do you hear your guides' distinct different voices, or is it a thought that enters your mind? So it used when I very first started, it sounded like my voice, and so I would question it constantly. After about a year, maybe 6 months to a year, it sounded like their voices. Sorry. And then now, since going to the other side, it is telepathic, so I don't even need to hear their voices. Their thoughts become my voice. Are some guides quiet? Yes. Curious about why I haven't had direct contact with my mom since she passed 5 years ago and haven't heard from her, wondering if she is stuck somewhere. No, they're here when we need them, not necessarily when we want them. So you must be very strong. And she probably just knows that you are rocking this human thing. And so she doesn't need to be within like sight all the time. I was humming our Lord's Prayer today while tidying, and a small flock of birds came by my window. Oh, I love that. Where do angels come from if they aren't human? The other side. There's like a energy, different levels of energy. So there's God, angels, guides, us, Bigfoot, fairies. Although fairies, I think, are above Bigfoot. uh, What do you think about vivid dreams? Dreams we haven't forgotten for years. Are they past lives or just plain dreams? I actually remember a dream when I was 12 that I chose my life. Like giant. Yes, so sometimes they are other lives, especially if they really stick with you, and sometimes they're just dreams. I gave your book for Christmas. Everyone is loving it. Sending one to my bestie in Australia. Oh, yay, thank you. Oh, Mary, I didn't respond to your email. Can you message me on Facebook? It's easier. I never remember to respond to emails. What's your best advice to advance in spiritual search? Always, always boundaries. You cannot advance your gifts in a healthy way without really, really firm boundaries and realizing there has to be a balance there. I work a few hours a week. The rest of the time, I am not participating with spirit. I'm not asking my guides for stuff all the time. I do gratitude prayers, but not like you have to, you are here to be human. So boundaries and balance. If we give hearts during the live, it helps the algorithm. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I did not know that. I didn't know you could do hearts on YouTube. I am new to this ish. Do prayers for peace in the world help? There's so much grief and problems in the world. Prayers always help. The intentions behind them always help. Do we actually conquer our lessons in each life, or are they lifelong in that current incarnation? Usually they're lifelong and many lives. Hi, Peter. My sister has read hers 3 times. Oh, I love that. I love that people want to go back and really look at it all again and highlight it. You guys should send me pictures of your highlighted books, like what was important or what really stood out to you. What are the reasons that some souls take an earlier exit point? It can be loads of reasons. It can be your energy is just needed on the other side. It can be that you're feeling like you've learned everything you needed to learn here faster than you thought you would. It could be you just want to go home. There's so many reasons. I don't think I could list them all. If you were born with this gift, why did the church kick you out? Because I talk to dead people. Hi, Amber. As usual, hubby told me you were here. Aw, I love that. Thanks for the advice. You're welcome. My inner voice is a negative Nelly. My guides are positive, loving, and encouraging. Oh, I love that. Although maybe not the negative Nelly part. Do you plan to keep coming back to help us in future incarnations to help us more? Um, this is one of the highest needs that there will be, but again, time and space don't exist on the other side. So, yes and no. Do we each have our own aura? We all have our own energy, yes. Sandra, oh, your book lends itself to reading over and over. There's so much valuable information. Oh, thank you. You know, I don't even know if I've read it all the way through. This one is the last poem I wrote, I think. I think. Maybe not. I really like it. Do our guides communicate to us through our gut feelings? For some people, yes. Okay, I need an intro to this. This looks cool and all, but I have zero idea what this is. Do you mean me? You don't know what me is? Or what do you mean? Can you clarify, unknown? If you come across someone and you have a karmic healing with them, what happens if you don't fulfill it in this life? Can you define what karmic healing is in your world. Do you know how to heal the auric field? You don't have to because you are perfect in your imperfection and everything is a lesson. And so you just have to go through it and start focusing on your purpose and your balance. Are you still painting? Yes, I painted a picture today. You want to see? I think, did I take a picture? No, I didn't. Dang. Did I? Hang on. I did not. But look at, yes, I'm still painting. Oh, here's a little, little wee stack, little birch trees. Oh, and some flowers, some like bookmarks. Yes, so yes, I am still painting. Not as much because I've just been, what I say with my family, many busy. Whoops. Um, but yes, I'm still painting. Boundaries and balance are something we all need to practice. Yes. How do you deal with skeptics? I have had many spiritual experiences and have some friends who think I'm crazy. I don't have to because it's their right to believe and have faith in what they feel is right. And if people are super mean, then I just delete the comments. But I have zero want or need to convince anyone. And actually, I've had people that like somebody pays for a group for them and they come just to prove that I'm not real. And sometimes I just won't give them anything because I can't give you faith. You have to come to that on your own. There's no judgment either way, but you have to learn the lessons and come to it in your own soul. Do you do live video consultations or help sessions? Yes. Your insights have made me more patient, which is something I needed. I'm also looking at things differently. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Um, a few years ago, while coming out of anesthesia after surgery, I talked to my dad, aunt, and a friend who have all passed. Was so vivid. Could this be real? Yes. Since you were a medium before your stroke, did you not know the things about the other side that you know now after your NDE? I had an idea, but who's to say? I was just like making it all up, like I had faith, but I definitely didn't fully understand sort of the scope of everything. And so going to the other side was just like cemented everything. Where did the term negative Nelly come from? Little House on the Prairie. I know I loved it. I love Little House on the Prairie. Fun fact, after the stroke, I couldn't handle anything stressful at all, so I watched Little House on the Prairie. Although it was kind of stressful. There's been 2 times in my life that there was a very clear voice in my ear. Once when there was a car coming directly for us and the voice said, "Everything is going to be fine," and it was, "Oh, wow, that's cool." This whole aura thing is just what? I'm looking for more small interests and I stumbled upon this. I have absolutely no idea how this thing works, but I want to try this medium energy stuff. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, well, welcome. Can I learn to be clairvoyant? There are classes. Um, I think anyone can contact or have a closer bond with their own physical soul on the other side, your higher self. Not every human on this planet is meant to accept gifts. That's just one of the lessons that we can choose in any given life. I am excited to get my cognitive skills back so I can read your book. I'm excited too to also figure out I'm going to try and do an audible. I've now learned because I wanted to do it in my own voice and I don't think that's going to be possible because it would take me so long and I'd have to pay somebody to rent a studio and stuff like that. Now I found out on Amazon, I can actually like audition people to read it for me and pay them and then upload it. So hopefully is that is what I will do. So it's a little bit more, my book's more accessible. Thank you so much for what you do. Aw, you're welcome. I've learned not to give energy to skeptical people. Some people aren't meant to get it. Yes, and that is there, not just some people, at least 50% of the people on the planet aren't meant to get it because they need separation from the other side in order to learn what they're supposed to be learning in this life. That's the best way to contact you. Facebook or Instagram. Not TikTok. There's too many scammers on TikTok, so I don't message anyone there. And my Facebook and Instagram is West Coast Medium. Tips on feeling less drained when I'm caring for a sick child. I think I'm a bit of an empath. Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. And selenite can help do the boundary work while you learn. What about medium classes? Yes. So I know there are classes to teach you to be a medium, but again, if you aren't meant to do it, the classes won't help. I think when you are meant to, you feel it. I have felt so alone. I listen but don't understand or hear my guides. I don't understand why. Um, because you planned this life at these lessons. Not everybody's meant to hear your guides, but that doesn't mean they're not there. They're always, always there. So just talk to them and have faith that they're listening. I know many were asking about the audiobook. Yeah, so that's my next plan, hopefully. Again, I'm not great at tech, so each thing I do takes forever. Yay, books have sleeping gas that put me to sleep. Really can't wait to be able to listen to your book. Oh, I am. We're just tuning in. Any topic? No, was feeling anxious, so I just came on live to mood control myself. What do you think about tarot card readers? I think you need to make sure they have really good energy that vibes with you because if not, it's not going to be accurate. But a lot of tarot card readers are actually intuitive, and the tarot cards are just a tool. So funny. There's 69 people watching me, and I have teenagers, so every time I see 69, there's 800 jokes in my head. Ah. Also, since nobody's asking questions, everybody should like and subscribe and click the bell thing. The bell thing, I think that's notifications. Do we have the same guides in each lifetime? No. Guides have like interests. So my guides guide people like me. Um, Other guides like other interests or have freaking words have other interests. So they guide people that will live a life that gels with them. My cousin has an autistic child that is nonverbal and tends towards violence when he's upset. Any advice for his parents, like calming crystals? Yeah, again, selenite and obsidian next to each other, out of reach of a child if they might pick it up and throw it, just to cleanse the energy of the space. Exactly. I do tarot, astrology, numerology. It's all about the energy. Yes, I agree. Thank you, Emma. I'm following you on Instagram. Good night, hugs. Yes, I don't post any readings on Instagram, only Facebook. How do I communicate with my guides? You just talk to them. They're always listening. I found you at next level soul. Oh, so cool. I was told I had the gift of healing by a voice in my head at first. I just thought I imagined hearing the voice. I have no idea how to use it. Definitely, but Deborah, you got to do the boundaries first, or you'll just get sick. Thanks for laughing. Hi there. How do you spell those crystals? Oh, I have an inability to spell now since the stroke, but can somebody else listening spell selenite and obsidian? That would be wonderful. As a person with autism, calming crystals won't work. Yes, they won't necessarily work as in I'm going to calm you down right now, but it will cleanse the energy in the room when things are happening, if that makes sense. I have it in every room of my house because, arguments happen, issues happen, and a nice calming selenite lamp. Whether, like, you have to kind of have faith in that, though. If you think, no, it won't, that sucks, that's awful, it won't work for me, then it won't. You might be able to do it in your own voice via chat GPT. Oh, my sister sages when she feels energy. Good or bad idea? If again, if that works for you, then yes, I'm very, very allergic to sage, so it wouldn't work for me. Hey, thanks, guys. Thank you. Actually, just saying it slower helped. Ah, perfect. Shungite was really good. It's grounding too. Oh, that's good. Yes. Thank you. This group is great. Oh, are you in California? No, I am in Canada on Vancouver Island. There is a West Coast medium in California as well. When I did my name search, I didn't know it didn't check any other countries. It only checked where I live. So yeah, I can't get you on Facebook. My Facebook here, I'll show you what it is. One sec. Whoops, that's not it. This is me on Facebook. It's going to be backwards. Wonder if I can make it less bright. Yes. So this is me on Facebook. Make sure it's the person with 16,000 followers and no following. I cannot have friends, and there are tons of scam accounts, and they request people. So this is my Facebook, West Coast Medium with 16,000 followers. Will crystals help my pets feel more relaxed? If so, which ones? Again, I always recommend the number one is selenite because it just cleanses everything and it doesn't have to be cleansed. I've noticed a lot of psychic mediums have salt lamps near them. Do you have any thoughts about the power of salt lamps? So let me just show you. I have a salt lamp. I'm leaning against it, but I actually prefer selenite lamps, which is the one in the corner. Um, that's my really great setup. Um, more bang for your buck. What? 66. I don't get it. I saw a man in a practice medium Zoom. Could this be how I start connecting? The other three in the group didn't connect except someone said their mom knitted mittens. Yeah, try it. I have a salt lamp and I had to unplug it because it kept turning on by itself. I love that. How is your dad doing? My dad is back in the hospital. Um, he has a pleural effusion again, liquid fluid around his heart and lungs. And he also now has COVID. So, yeah, but he's feeling better today than he has the last like 4 days. When you were on the other side, did you notice you were thinking just like when you were what? Did you notice you were thinking just like when you were in a body? But I don't understand your question. Hello, Michelle. That's my sister. You are late. You're 45 minutes late. How dare you? Yes, I get that one, but not you talking. What do you mean? I'm not live anywhere else but here right now. The real West Coast medium on Facebook will never send a friend request. Just a heads up. Yes, I never will because I can't. My page doesn't actually have that capability. Can we all take a moment to send energy to Dad right now after this call? That's a good idea. There are selenite lamps too, gorgeous. Yes, although that one decided it doesn't want to work anymore. I think I need a new light bulb maybe because I am high energy and I kill all light bulbs, which is really great and expensive. I ran out of questions and yeah, maybe it's time for me to go. Should I read you guys a poem? Pick a chapter. Somebody pick a chapter of the book. Here, I'll tell you how many chapters there are. There are 15. Tell me which one, and I will read the poem from that chapter to end the video. Chapter 8, 154. Grace, I'm doing a live. Yes, I'm almost done. Close the door, you weirdo. You're 16. Leftovers, go make your own dinner. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh God, it's a long one. Is it 2 pages? Of course. Oh no, okay, it's one. Here we go. This is why I won't read my book for an Audible because I have a problem reading, but bear with me. So this one, the chapter is called Help and Healing from Your Guides, and the poem is called Thrive. This world tells us to be strong, stand alone. We must achieve success with strength on our own. Be an island, a star, shine as bright as you can. Don't look back, focus forward, have goals, set a plan. It all sounds so easy, yet we suffer great pain. So many strong people cry rivers like rain. This world tells each person they are doing it wrong. If we cannot thrive in chaos, then we are not strong. Do not believe it. There is no badge to be won by suffering in silence until life is done. Draw close to your family, your friends, and your foe. Find your village, your people, and soon you will know. There is strength in numbers. You are not alone. In the many who love you, you can find a new home. Society is wrong. It is speaking great lies. You can see it in so many humans' sad eyes. We are lonely, distraught, and suffering despair. We feel we are owed it because life is not fair. Hear me when I speak. You are surrounded in love from your family, your friends, and guides up above. So if you're feeling despair, one lone shining light, know there is strength in numbers. You can win this fight. Hey, actually, I read it pretty good. Yay. Yeah, I think I read it like pretty good. Maybe I should read one more. Which one now? It is honestly exactly what I needed today because I'm feeling anxious today. So I feel like that's like the perfect poem. for today. My guides think there should be one more. Which one? What do you think, guys? One left. 8. Didn't I just do 8? I thought I just did 8. Yes, I did. 1 to 15. 7. 7 is, okay, chapter, no, or did I, 142. Oh, again, it's a very long one. Here we go. Okay, and then I'm done after I read this. It's really, really long. And it's the chapter Have Faith. We are not alone. And the poem is called Faith. Faith, such a simple word, yet at times feels so unattainable. Have faith, they say, those who do not know what it is to be me. Faith in what? I asked. Who or what is worthy of my faith? Shall I place it upon some unknown? Give it to a God? Where does faith belong? Within myself? The answers to these questions ever provoke thought. Faith is not palpable, cannot grant one instant satisfaction. So why then do we place so much value on its presence? Such a simple word, yet can help a soul grow. Faith means we can trust in ourselves. We can know without a doubt that we are not alone. No matter where you choose to place your faith, it will help to raise you up. A human without faith is as a heart without a beat, beautiful and perfect in its existence, but purposeless. So I will say to you, have faith. Faith that you could take this life to amazing places. Faith that you are beautiful and perfect in your existence. Faith to strengthen your purpose. It will ignite your soul, bring you back into balance. Remind you of a time long forgotten when you honored your connection to all living things. Have faith you are not alone. As your heart beats, so too does your ever-growing soul. Faith, although a simple word, is not so simple to comprehend. Trust your soul to lead the way to true faith. Know that with faith you will never truly be lost. I'm a pretty good writer, eh? What do you think? Uh, all right, I'm gonna go. Couple of poems to brighten your day. Thanks for joining me. I feel much less anxious than I did 52 minutes ago, so thank you. And enjoy the rest of your night. Bye bye.